Hey y'all. Do you hear? I got droplets all over my glasses. Hey Sandy. Hey Phil. Hey Jack. So it is storming. I thought I had a break. I come out and it opened up again. So I'm stuck in the coop. If something happens, y'all call Log Home Dad, okay? Let him know. It is storming bad. The wind's blowing. I don't even want to try to make it back inside. It's that bad. But I had a break, so I'm like, what in the world? So now I'm kind of stuck in the chicken house with my chickens. How y'all doing today? We just got back. Aw, that's wonderful. Hey, Marilyn. Hey, Tracy. It is pouring. So, we went fishing yesterday. Y'all saw my pictures. And, I'm giving them some grubs while we're in here. We went fishing, and, it was actually a great day. Usually, we catch, like, a lot of catfish and stuff. It's wet out there, ain't it, babies? And, believe it or not, yesterday we only caught one. Two catfish, one each. Sorry, I was looking for Miss Isabel. It's pouring in their coop. Their coop is soaked. I don't even know if I'll be able to clean the inside of the coop today. But they, anyway, we only caught two catfish, which is like super odd. We, ended up catching, I caught a trout, and they were all nice. They were all real nice. My trout and my snook was 21 inches, and the trout, like, was thick. He was nice. So I caught a trout, and Log Home Dad caught a redfish. I think, was next, and it was like 19 inches, 21 inches also. Then he caught another redfish, and it was 19, and then I caught the snook, and it was 21, and then he literally, so we decided, because you can see a storm cloud coming in, so we decided to kind of move it on. We decided to move it on to like closer to the shore, and Log Home Dad wanted me to catch a red so bad, because the three, red, trout, and a snook, is a grand slam. I've never had a grand slam. Log Home Dad did a few months ago, so we moved it on. Excuse me. We kayak way far out, and we headed back up toward where our parking would be, and we were probably only about, I don't know, maybe 500 feet, 1,000 feet from the shore. It wasn't far. And we decided to throw our fish out. Red lightning. And I swear we haven't been out there, but I'm trying to think, maybe about 10 minutes or so. And my back, because when you got your anchor in, when the wind blows you, you're usually facing one direction, and it was where I couldn't get out. It was too deep for me. Log Home Dad hopped out, and he comes up behind me, and he's like, honey, because I think he felt bad. He says, I think we got a storm coming. And I kind of look around, because I'm like facing one way, you know, and I look around, and it's dark as can be. You guys, it come up so fast. We were trying so hard to get our stuff in the kayak, and it wasn't necessarily raining or anything, but it was just the weather conditions completely shifted. Lightning started. I'm like, God's gonna take me right here. Y'all gonna hear about local mom on the news, got hit by lightning in her kayak. remember, call Log Home Dad if something happens to me. I hope lightning doesn't hit this little chicken coop. So we started paddling in to the shore. We're trying to get as close as we could to the shore because at least we had the mangroves there to protect a little bit. You had maybe about a 2-foot area that wasn't so bad. Well, trying to get across from where we were over to the mangroves was about, I don't know, 500 feet or so, I don't know. And so the harder I would paddle, I'd get pushed back. And I literally, at one point, I remember just taking my paddle and kind of holding it against the current just so I wouldn't get swept backwards. And so I finally made it over to the side. Log Home Dad made it there before me. He's heavier and he's got more muscles. And we get over there, and it's all we could do to get to this first little launch area. And it's a small one, and it's kind of mushy in there and mucky because we launched at the bigger launch area. Well, y'all, there is someone with their van backed all the way in. You know, this is a launch area for everybody, not your personal launch area. And there's a mom standing there, and she's speaking Spanish. She's on her phone, and she's like not moving the van. And I finally, Log Home Dad went to go get our truck, and I finally said, ma'am, you're gonna have to move this van. We can't get our stuff through. And she's like, okay. And then she's talking on the phone again in Spanish. I can't hear her. And I'm looking at Log Home Dad like, what the heck? Because we're trying to unload our kayak. So if anything, I guess we can go through the bushes with it. And he said, you know, can you move it? And in her broken English, she's like, I don't have the keys. So I guess her kids or somebody went out on their kayaks. And she was an older lady, so when I say her kids, they were probably our age or a little bit younger. And left her there. And here, you know, here the storm's coming, and so Log Home Dad had to drag them through the bushes to get them to our car. But it was just like, it was so, I mean, we had this space about that big to go through. Just bringing our stuff, and we had to, because we would normally carry the kayak up there with everything in it, so we had to make a few trips with our stuff in our kayak just to get through there. So I'm just like, oh my goodness. And then, so that was the end of our day, which was like super frustrating. But during the fishing, y'all see where we go. It's beautiful. I mean, it's acres and acres of water, just water all around you, you know. And we go to our one little spot, and I'll be doggone, 5 sets of kayakers and paddleboarders, y'all, came within 25, 50 feet of where we were. Our fishing lines thrown out, and of course, every time they come through, it scares the fish off for a while. And you're just sitting there going, what are you doing? And like 3 of them had fishing poles on their kayaks, so they should even know better. But I'm like, nobody has any consideration anymore. And it's not like, I mean, so this is a big, we're on big body of water, big open body of water. And it's like, can you not? Call Log Home Dad if anything happens. I can't even try to make it in the house. It was great when I came out here. The chickens are going crazy. I'm so glad I didn't let Emma come out. She wanted to come out, and I'm like, you ain't coming out in this. But, so yeah, you're just sitting there going, what is wrong with you people? Like, especially if you, now, I'm not calling them a fisherman, because just because you have a kayak and a fishing pole doesn't mean you're a fisherman. But I'm just like, what part of this big, beautiful body of water and you think you can come right over our fishing lines like that? We were out one time, and this guide was taking these two or three kayaks out, I can't remember. And we're out one time, and we are just fishing away, and it's dusk, the sun started to set, and of course where that area, well, both of our areas we go, the sunsets are gorgeous. But this one, we can stay out there. We don't get we don't get the storms out there typically the way we do where we go now. And the sunset is so pretty. I went live on there before, Mosquito Lagoon. And we're sitting out there one night, and of course sunset's the best time to catch a fish too, right? And so we got our poles out. We're watching the sunset. Nothing else is around us. Nothing, nowhere. Here comes the guide with 2 or 3 kayakers with them to watch the sunset themselves. Y'all, they pull up right in front of us. And I finally had to say, you guys, we've got fishing lines out here. You're on our fish. I mean, one of them like literally ran over, like it tugged my line. And then the guide's like, oh yeah, guys, let's try not to get in their way while they're fishing. And I'm just like, oh my gosh. Let's see what y'all are saying. We have been, oh, I'm so jealous, Miss Vicky. Pizza Hell in West Tennessee. Girl, so we went out yesterday and we had sunscreen on. I reapplied like 5 million times, but I do have one area right here that got burnt, and I've got my neck right here that got burnt. This one kind of burns today. This one's okay, but this one kind of burns right here on my neck. So it must have been, you know, either a wipe it or an area that was wet and didn't get it good, or because I reapply like several times throughout the day. So, yeah, I was blessed I didn't get more than that. Be safe, oh my goodness. I know, I'm trying, y'all. I know, I need to. I wish it wasn't out back. Storming here too. It's bad, y'all. And I mean, literally, I've sat and waited for over an hour for it to calm down. And it, you know, it was kind of sprinkling when I came out. Man, all of a sudden, let me put this maybe not by the window. All of a sudden, I got in here and it was just opened up, and of course now I'm kind of stuck. I'm afraid to even make a run for it. It is bad. Y'all hear it. Y'all see it. You see those flashes. Let's see if you can see my chickens. I already fed them some grubs. Say hey. Let me wipe I think maybe I got some water on that camera. Hang on. Hold on, y'all. There we go. Say, hey, Miss Anna. Hey, Miss Mary. Hey, Cora. Hey, big girl. I know, I can't believe how bad it is. But yeah, so my whole point to telling y'all that, I mean, people are like, there is no consideration anymore. I just don't understand it. This is what's wrong with our world. These people weren't even kayak distancing. If we all just stayed in our little spaces, drives me crazy. Drives me crazy. So I put up that thing last night about I've been social distancing before. It was the thing to do. Man, I want to try to get Miss Mary's doggone her saddle off of her. She's getting close to me. Let me see if I can grab her. Come on over here, girl. Now that you got your crop all full. She's scratching and looking up at me. I know. But look, I'm gonna take your thing off. Mama's at least gotta wash it. Alright, let me take it off. You're gonna feel so much better. Look at that, Missy Doo. Look at that. It's okay. It's okay, Miss Mary. It's okay. It's okay. I got it all. You want down now? Oh, I love you. Okay, there you go. Look, now it's off. Your beauty mess. Mama can wash it now. Yes, I'm gonna wash it. So I'm trying to up their protein intake because I'm positive they're starting to molt, especially my 2 Easter eggers. She got me a little. She got me. My 2 Easter eggers, Miss Rosie, she's the latest. I think Miss Isabel's done, but Rosie's molting now, and I'm trying to up their protein intake so we can get those feathers grown back so we can get some more eggs. You can see the under feather of Mary's where it's grown back in, so it was time for her saddle to come off. Woo! It is not letting down. Y'all better stay on with me just so you can notify Log Home Dad if you need to. No respect. No, it's not hot. I've got a nice breeze. We got the 2 windows on the side, and we have a vent in the back, and of course it's insulated really well. See the board up there? It typically does not get scorching in here at all. I bet at times it's hotter in the run than it is in here. It seems to stay real nice. Log Home Dad did a real good job building this coop. He really did a good job. And he's so funny. I said, did you use plans or something when he started? I said, do you got plans or something? And he points to his head and he says, they're all in here. They're all in here. So no, it's not bad, but we got the cross breeze. In the winter, we have to shut the windows a lot. If it's hurricane season and the storms, are coming sideways, we'll shut the windows. In the winter, we shut them because it gets quite cool in here. So you can see how much water's out there. Oh, Miss Mary's, or Miss Cora's the only one left with me here. Yes, ma'am. She says, I'm on. That's kind of scary, y'all. I know Emma's freaking out inside. I'm so glad I didn't let her come out with me. I'm like, no, girl, it's still sprinkling. You got to stay inside. And she was not happy with me. So she's inside and she hates thunderstorms. Goodness gracious, what a mess. Hey, Taylor. Goodness. I don't even dare to go out in this. Did y'all see, I was watching the news this morning. I was watching Fox News, and one of the segments they showed was a lady. It was not even raining. No rain coming down, but she stepped outside of her back door. It looked like maybe she had a sliding door, and I don't know where she was actually, but she steps outside just on her little patio, and I don't know if someone's videotaping her, if it was caught on like a ring or something, but she's sitting there kind of looking at her phone, and lightning hit a tree next to their house, and you can just see splinters like going everywhere, and it must have knocked the tree down or something because debris started flying, and she was just like scared to death. It was right next to her. I can't even imagine what that must have felt like. I know, babies. I know. They're all like, Mama, what's happening here? They packed this food down. Try to get it. I'm not sure I'm going to get to clean their run today. Local Mom's going to be making a run inside in a minute, though. I'll tell you what. I have some grapes for them too. I might throw them outside for them. At least I don't want to put them in here. I don't ever try to put wet things on the sand. Try to. Well, they're eating them. There you go, babies. All right. Oh boy. They love grapes. We had we took some grapes with us yesterday fishing, and Lockham Dad didn't eat them. They were in his cooler. I forgot about them. And so they were about done. So I decided to cut them all up, and they're going to have some goodies for today and tomorrow. So I'm trying not to give them a ton of goodies. If y'all have been noticing, I'm giving them lots of worms. Goodness, and I got to clean that run up. Look at all the carrot tops in there. They ate those carrot tops though, but I see all the stems left. And of course the run is just soaked all over. But I'm not gonna push my luck with going in there. If I get a break in this rain, I'm headed back in the house. I am not gonna go in there and take a chance. It's pretty bad. You better run inside. I know it was close. The one was super close. It literally lit up my face on the camera. It scared me. Hey babies, they definitely need that run clean. I can't stand it. I hate having a mess. I can't even stand it. Alright, y'all. Well, I'm going to let y'all go. As soon as I get a break, I'm going to take off running. But y'all have a super evening. And hopefully I'll be back tomorrow. Like back before. I hope this doesn't happen again tomorrow. This is bad, y'all. Real bad. It just rattled the wall. Well, you aren't far from me, so we're probably getting the same weather, Missy. So y'all be safe too, especially if you're here in Florida, Central Florida especially. But y'all have a good evening, and hopefully I'll be back tomorrow. It's coming down harder now. All right, y'all take care. Love you. Bye, y'all.